Hi guys, this is Raghav here from Headphone Zone. So this is an exciting video because we've got some great news to share and we've got a pretty big announcement. Now, for the last 14 years, Headphone Zone has really just been about one thing, which is getting the world's finest sounding headphones from everywhere available to the Indian audiophile community to listen to, and to really just get everyone to start listening to music the way that we think the music should be heard. And we've been laser focused on that mission now for so long, trying not to get distracted by doing a whole bunch of different things and staying true to our mission. But that's about to change in some senses today. So the big announcement that I want to make is that now, alongside all our headphones, you're going to start seeing a range of some gorgeous sounding speakers available on Headphone Zone. These are speakers that we think anybody starting off their audiophile journey should enjoy listening to, and there's a real good reason why we're doing it now and why we think it's the right way and time to do it. So why is Headphone Zone selling speakers? There's a little bit of a story around it, and I want to be able to try and give you guys an authentic take on why we think we should be doing this. I've been listening to music on headphones for just about as long as I can remember. It's the way that I listen to music, and that's ultimately the reason why we decided to start Headphone Zone. But about a year back or so, I got my first real set of bookshelf speakers that I started to listen to at home. And I realized that now, at my age, listening to music on speakers just added a complete new dimension to listening to music, where now I can share that experience with friends and family and loved ones at home or at work. This was something that I'd never really thought as very valuable, because sound priority was always the most important thing. I wanted music to sound good, and without question, listening to music on headphones always felt like I was getting better sound quality than on an equivalent priced speaker, which will always stay true. Headphones are affordable as compared to something big and bulky like speakers, which would cost a lot more money. But the idea that I could listen to music on speakers and I could now experience with other people was a very, very exciting, enticing idea, as long as the sound quality was of a high level where I could understand and experience the nuance of the music the way I wanted it to. So at Headphone Zone, it's not like we haven't sold speakers in the past, but we never really took it very seriously. It was just something that was there on the website in case someone came looking for it. But we've built a phenomenal collection of brilliant sounding speakers that we've been listening to and testing out and taking through its paces for the last couple of months. In fact, this room that you see me talking out of right now is our speaker testing room, where we take all these speakers that you see around me through its paces. There's about 24 speakers in and around in this room, and I invite all of you all to come down over here to be able to compare each of them and hear the differences between each of them. Our goal is very, very simple, that we want to be able to tell you which is the right speaker for you and build a very, very deep understanding of each of them, just the way that we have with headphones. So to begin with, we've got 3 brands that we're featuring in our collection, and we worked quite hard to make these brands available and to understand these products really, really well. First up, we have Edifier. Edifier is, of course, a very popular brand all around the world. They're from China. They make some phenomenal sounding speakers at very affordable prices, and they have a large range of speakers available now in India. You'll find on YouTube they've been extensively praised for their sound quality, but mostly because of the fact that they're so affordable. They're very, very popular with audiophiles starting their journey. So we've got a great range of edifier speakers that we think are perfect for people starting out. The second brand is a very, very special brand for me, which is an American speaker manufacturer called Klipsch. They're known for some fabulous high-end speakers, and most audiophiles around the world will have a strong opinion on how they like their klipsch speakers. I don't think that there will be a single audiophile who hasn't heard of the brand. It's quite popular, and of course their range of bookshelf speakers, especially the active ones, sound fantastic. They're not cheap, but we certainly think that they represent phenomenal value for money for the discerning buyer. Now, the third brand is probably the most important one. This is a Canadian brand that makes some amazing speakers called Kanto, starting with a K. Now, we came to know about Kanto about 2 years back, and I got my first pair of Kanto bookshelves about a year back. This is a brand that makes some speakers which look absolutely beautiful on the desk, on the stand, but at the same time, they sound absolutely phenomenal. When I heard them, I couldn't believe that such a small compact speaker was capable of producing such a big sound with such laser sharp imaging and with each of the instruments beautifully articulated. So, needless to say, that's probably where we got the idea that this is something that all the audiophiles in our community should probably experience at some point of time. Now, Kanto has a range of different speakers, all of which are super affordable, something that is ideal for audiophiles to start their business with. So we've been working with them to make the range of speakers available in India for some time now. So we now have Kanto's range of speakers also available on Headphone Zone. But the one thing that I don't think we talk about enough that I think is super exciting news is that these Kanto speakers that you see right behind me are all now made in India. And this is something that we've been hard at work at for a while now. We've got a lot of learning and support from the team at Kanto to make this possible. It's obviously not something that happens every day, where we have the opportunity to work with a brand like them to get a completely new category of product and build this level of expertise where we're confident enough of making and assembling these products to the highest specifications that these brands have. There's a standard to these things which is absolutely untouchable, and for us to be able to assemble these speakers and for them to sound as good as a Kanto speaker anywhere else in the world was something that took us a long time to perfect. We've been shipping some of these speakers out in a soft launch for a few months. We've been getting some feedback from different people and making a couple of different changes to the way that we assemble these speakers. But I'm very confident now that we've absolutely perfected it. So when we ship a pair of Kanto speakers to you, and you open it up, I'm very confident that you're going to be getting an experience of the highest standards that we would come to expect from a brand like Kanto from Canada. So you're also going to find a great collection of speaker stands, both for the desk and for the floor, and you're going to find subwoofers, and you're even going to find turntables. Because guess what? Listening to music on vinyl is also an amazing experience. So we probably should be shooting a whole bunch of videos telling you about our impressions and reviews about these speakers and how they compare to each other. But that, of course, will need several very, very long videos, so I'm not even going to get started with that one over here. What I do want to tell you is that if this is something that you find interesting, something that you find exciting, if you can visualize yourself listening to music on some great sounding speakers which are super affordable, both on your desk and at home, talk to us, talk to one of our headphone gurus, come by our experience studio. We think that this is a very, very exciting new chapter in the journey of Headphone Zone. In other news, we've recently announced the dates for Headphone Connect, India's biggest audiophile community event, and we're coming to a city near you. We're going to be traveling all across India, right from Chennai, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Pune, Mumbai, Ahmedabad, Delhi, and Calcutta, bringing all of our amazing collection of headphones, IEM'S, DACs, players, and amps. And we'd love to have you join us at any of these events to listen to all this amazing gear and to meet our team firsthand. We think it's probably the best experience you're going to have anywhere. I don't know if it's going to be possible, but we're going to love to try and also bring this collection of speakers to each of these cities for people to try out. I don't know how we're going to make that happen because sound, space, noise, all of these are challenges. But if we're able to do that, it's going to be a lot of fun. Until then, come down to Experience Studio, listen to our new collection of speakers. They sound amazing and it's a lot of fun.